Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this is the final video of this series. We made it! What a better way to camp off the series than by looking at Yongla, the strongest Civ leader that might have been added since Civ 4, maybe even Civ 5. Civ 5 Korea might be better than Yongla, and Civ 4 Juana Capac might be better than Yongla, but I don't know. I think Yongla is one of the strongest leaders put into the game, any of the games. In the last video on Wu and my many other China videos, we've talked about China so many times at this point. I've talked about how unimpressive China's base kit is, and that China really shines when the leader complements a strong science or culture game, and that both aggressive Chinese leaders and the more gold-focused Kublai are a disappointment. Then it's a good thing that Yongla has the strongest economic ability in the game. Li Jia is a project that you can run in your cities that turns 50% of your production into faith, food, or gold. And this can be really significant even early game, especially if you get a start where you can found your city on a plains or grasslands hill. Faith per turn from the first term of the game, if settled on an extra productive tile with no further production tiles, will get you a pantheon faster than anyone else except for a high faith start Mali. As long as you're working on the Li Jia faith, you're going to get 3, maybe even more than 3 faith per turn. So you need what, 25 or 30 faith for your pantheon. Turn 1 0, turn 2 3, turn 3 6, turn 4 9, then turn 5 you get 12, turn 6 you get 15, 18, 22, 25. You see how it works, right? So by like turn 11 or so, you're gonna have your pantheon and you're gonna get religious settlements unless Mali's in the game. Not only that, once your cities hit 10 pop, they give you 2 gold, 1 science, and 1 culture for every population, including the previous 10 population. And with Li Jia, you can get your newly founded cities to pop 10 in record time. This bonus is really well connected, and it can stand alone. It doesn't require China's base kit to work, and that's what makes it so powerful, because you don't ever have to build a Crouching Tiger, you don't ever have to really focus on Eureka's, and you don't have to build that Great Wall. Yongla has the game's best early game, and should be played the same way each and every time, no matter the map, honestly. You're just going to be running Faith Li Jia from the beginning to get that Religious Settlements Pantheon. If you end up with somewhere where you have 0 production, well, then maybe you're gonna have to skip this, but I would focus gold and get a lot of gold and buy something, get some tempo out really quickly. You can get this pantheon by turn 12 or earlier. Settle your second city, build a scout in your first city, and then build builders, hit growth tiles in your capital, productive tiles in your second city. You want to be building lots of builders early here because you're going to run into housing issues. You need farms, you need plantations, you need fishing boats to get your housing up. And then you're going to be working food and gold Li Jia in your second city until it hits a reasonable pop. Then you're going to be buying your granaries, building your infrastructure, and settling more out of your capital to get as many 8 to 10 pop cities as you can by turn 100. My record in my best Yongla game ever, not this one that I'm recording now, is 5 10 pop cities by turn 100. With 3 extra 5 or so pop cities waiting to grow. And you're not going to be worried about building districts, just hitting 10 pop. And then you're going to build your districts. You know, place them to save the cost, build builders, spam out granaries, get your housing. That's what you really want, is your housing. You want to get some your trade route going to get you some food, and you're going to go food or gold Li Jia until somebody hits 10, then you're going to go food in the next city until it hits 10, then you're going to go food in the next city until it hits 10, and you're going to be sending your food trade route around trying to build those cities up. Because as soon as you hit 10 pop, all that investment is going to skyrocket you on yields. If you have 5 10 pop cities by turn 100, you're working on 50 science without any sort of adjacency on a campus or a theater square. And of course you're going to have theater squares and campuses and city states and things like that coming into play later. So you're just going to keep building. Now Magnus is essential to this, because Magnus is going to save you population in the capital, and obviously your capital is going to be your first 10 pop city. Ancestral Hall is also really important. because you want those builders and you want to get those settlers out. You want to spam cities. Yongla can do all the victory types. Domination requires culture, domination requires gold, and domination requires some science. And Yongla gets all those in spades. You're not going to go early war though. You're going to go like medieval war, Renaissance war. Get your 3 5 to 10 pop cities. Build or buy any army. Go take more high pop cities, and then loyalty. Pull all other cities as you conquer. Ignore conquering small population cities because they're not getting you anything. Get the big pop ones, and the small pop cities are going to follow. Science requires science, gold, and production, and you get bonuses to everything except for production, but you'll have tons of gold to buy what you need to produce. Invest in Reina, buy your districts, and then just prosper. Culture requires gold and faith, and if you have most of your cities just running Lidia, while rush buying with Moksha or Reina or Hercules, you can really get a lot of great people from buying with gold and faith. Diplo needs culture, gold, and production. Worst for Yongla would be religious, but just run faith Lidia projects and you'll be golden. Yongla is really a slow burn civ that requires a strong base and a strong knowledge of how the game works to get rolling. You have to trust in the Lidia snowball. You're gonna have a dark age in the early game. You're going to have a dark age maybe in the classical era as well, but you're going to just be building this base, pumping growth all over everything else, and the yields are going to follow. I think Yongle has the greatest potential as a leader in the game. He has the highest potential for yields because every single city you get can pump your yields like nobody else. Yes, Peter has a lower skill floor, but if you don't have those tundra cities, you're not going to be, kicking off. Yes, Yaivariman will win games a little bit faster, but if you don't have those river holy sites, you're not going to be having that much fun. But with Yongla, as long as you have food, you will have everything else. He pushes the limits of how to play the game, and that's why I love him so much. And I think everyone should give him a game or two to try him out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And finally, I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching this series and supporting the channel over the last 2 years. I'll see you in the next series, whatever that might be, for Civilization 7. Thank you. Goodbye.